Now, I think I've shown that these duty to inform laws violate both the Fourth and Fifth Amendment to the Constitution. Yet each and every day, people are told they have to allow these violations of their rights as a condition of exercising a right protected by the Constitution. Remember, the Supreme Court believes that to establish reasonableness to detain and search a person, law enforcement must be able to articulate a reasonable suspicion of a crime. Searching you for a firearm, even verbally, is unreasonable without such suspicion, and therefore violates your rights protected by the Constitution. It does not matter if your alleged duty requires the officer to ask. Without reasonable suspicion, that is a violation of the Fourth Amendment. Demanding that you witness against yourself is a violation of the Fifth Amendment. Again, if law enforcement has a reasonable, articulate suspicion that you have or are about to commit a crime, they've established a reasonable search. But your right against self-witness is not based on reasonableness, like your right to not be searched. For these reasons, along with your right to remain silent, I do not see how the state can demand that you identify whether or not you are armed. Even if there are state or local laws that require this violation of the Constitution, you can always point to the Supremacy Clause. This Constitution and the laws of the United States which shall be made in pursuance thereof, and all treaties made or which shall be made under the authority of the United States shall be the supreme law of the land, and the judges in every state shall be bound thereby, anything in the Constitution or laws of any state to the contrary notwithstanding. That said, there are situations where, both for your safety and the safety of other innocent people who may be in the proximity, I think it would be a good idea to let law enforcement know that a firearm is present. For example, if you are getting out of a car or being patted down while armed, or if you are reaching for something where a gun is being stored, I think it would be a good idea to inform the officer of the presence of a gun rather than allowing them to discover it for themselves. It's not that the officer can legally compel you, but for your safety, since you do not know how any specific officer may react to the discovery of a illegally possessed firearm. What I find most concerning is the ongoing attempt by government actors and our elected representatives to create a disparity of power where we the people are expected to be subjects to the governments we created. This ongoing attempt to make law enforcement rulers over the people they have sworn to protect and serve is not only antithetical to the constitutional republic, but to a free people. It is also a violation of federal law. Article 18, Section 242. Whoever, under color of any law, statute, ordinance, regulation, or custom, willfully subjects any person in any state, territory, commonwealth, possession, or district to the deprivation of any rights, privileges, or immunities secured or protected by the Constitution or laws of the United States shall be fined under this title or imprisoned not more than 1 year or both. This is why I urge you to contact your state representatives and urge them to rescind these duty to inform laws. In this country, we are not only to be assumed innocent until proven guilty, but we have the right to be both secure from unreasonable searches and to not be forced to witness against ourselves. Since these rights are protected by the Constitution of the United States, those laws are already void. Shouldn't those who represent us fulfill their oath to support the Constitution of both their state and the United States? Shouldn't they do all they can to avoid the confusion that can reduce the safety of officer and citizen alike? Because these laws merely make the citizen a defenseless potential victim of law enforcement hubris.